Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber.
Guys, as you see, we're having a party today. I'm so excited because I love birthdays. I think it is such a blessing to be able to take one more year around the sun, or does the sun go around us? I don't know. But it's a blessing to actually be alive in today's world, right? Yes. So, y'all, let me welcome in my co-host real quick so we can get to the woman of the hour whose birthday we're here to celebrate. And the second part of the show, we're going to talk about 5 things to really consider before you give someone a second chance. And that doesn't mean just romantic. That could be friends, family, anyone, because toxicity has no boundaries. It could be anyone you know. So we're going to go ahead and start from the left to the right. She is Amazon best-selling author 2 times, not 1, but 2. She is a philanthropist. She is the owner of the Kadori brand and the I Love Me hoodie. I love those, as you can see, in every color you can imagine. And she is also my co-host here at the Amber and Neal Show. I feel like I'm forgetting something because she does so much stuff. But she is also the owner of Kadori Helping Hands, a nonprofit foundation helping raise money for breast cancer awareness for the Rose. So if you guys want to order her shirts, you can donate. You'll be donating and helping women that can't afford to pay for the breast cancer screening. And guess what? The Rose also provides the treatment, even if you can't pay for it. So y'all definitely support Kadori. Welcome to the show. And you guys, y'all know the man on the ones and twos, the man of steel. He is our everyday co-host. He is amazing because, guys, he is the most in-demand DJ, and I kid y'all not, and they don't pay me to say what brands, but they're big, okay? Y'all welcome in DJ Houston.
What? DJ. We're celebrating another B-Day. It's your birthday. It's that Libra energy all season long. Yeah.
When does Scorpio start?
The 24th. I was going to say the 25th.
24th.
About
yesterday.
So you're Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio.
Ooh,
yes.
Today's the 25th. Oh my goodness! I don't even look at me. I'm like thinking it's still the 20th or something like that.
No,
so look at that. She's Scorpio
already. That makes everything make sense about her because both my parents are Scorpios. Got you, girl. Don't play with her. Okay, she will cut you for real. You guys, DJ Houston's also the vice president of Boss Up Houston Network and Amber Neal Productions. So he is one of the most successful, youngest, hardest working entrepreneurs I've seen. So kudos to you and everything you do. Dealing with our crazy butts here. So
I'm like, you don't win Businessman of the Year for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
Hey.
And you guys, Ryan, he is former NFL, part of the NFLPA, the Huddle Up Foundation, helping in the community. He is on the news. He's out promoting his best-selling book as well, Believe So You Can Achieve. Big-time philanthropist, amazing guy, teaching you how you can really understand gratitude and peacefulness really is the key to your foundation and your blessings. So y'all give it up for Ryan Yarber. Hey. And what do I say about our special guest? Here's what we're going to do a little bit different. So we got 2 minutes. We kind of some surprise callers calling in today. But I want each one of my co-hosts to go around and let's just tell you like a 30-second thing. What does Diana Patterson mean to you? Welcome to the show, Diana. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Go, Diana. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
Yeah. I like my kids do it.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
57th rotation around the sun.
There she goes. Yeah, that is a blessing. It really is.
It really is.
Kadori, what does Diana mean to you?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? I've only known Diana. Has it even been a year? I don't even know if it's been a year.
I don't think it's been almost a year next month.
But just a wonderful person, so caring and giving. She has so many different causes. Like this month, she's doing things for breast cancer with baskets that she gives to people who are going through chemotherapy. So that's wonderful. She has her own production thing. She does stage plays. She is a mom of beautiful daughters. She just, I mean, she's a friend of mine outside of this, so she's just a beautiful person all the way around. I love her. Yes.
DJ Houston.
You know, so I know I haven't actually been able to really hang out with you very much, but I do follow you a lot on social media. I follow your work a lot. You know, your daughter Nini's really like shown me a lot of things that you've done, and it warms my heart to see how much of the community you're like involved with. You know, you give back. You don't just stick to like one organization or one cause. You wherever your help is needed, you're there. You know, as long as they're doing good in the world, and I love that about you because I just love anybody who's trying to spread love through the world any way they can. You have an amazing production line as well. You know, I've seen your work. I've seen what you've taught your daughter to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it all, and quite frankly, you know, the fact that you have such an amazing kid. Yeah. You know, that right there just tells a whole story about you as it is. Like just about how amazing of a mother you have to be. You know, so congratulations on everything, and also congratulations on being one of the top 20 bachelorettes of 2020.
Hey, we're going to get you married, girl.
I don't even listen.
Hold up.
I'm just saying, I just booked that one right on out.
Your book, come on now. I'm open.
I see it for you, though, because you have worked so hard on your self-love journey. That's the thing I admire the most. Oh, look at there. We have a call the last name Patterson. Welcome into the Amber Neal Show. Who's on the phone?
I have Nini here.
Hello. We were just talking about you.
My baby's having a baby.
Oh, yes. Well,
I am calling to wish that beautiful queen over there a very, very happy birthday.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You know what? We were just talking about you and how, you know, it says a lot when how your kids turn out and if they're close to their parents once they're adults.
Right.
It's one thing to raise them, but it's another thing to be friends once you actually get to be adults. So, you know, we were just admiring your mom for everything she does. We were just talking about the self-love journey and how I admire her so much for it's not easy to go on the self-love journey at all.
That part.
And with her having to start so young as a young mother, I think that she has really she's done a spectacular job with, you know, what she knew and the resources that she had in raising us. And then it's good to see her now because she started so young being able to blossom into what she probably would have been if, you know, she didn't have us right away. So
True. I know my daughter raised me. I think my daughter raised me too.
Yeah, well, they're raising me.
We raised together.
Like, we reverse roles. I'm the child. I can't go nowhere without permission. I got to tell them what time I'm going to be on. So, everything.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know, it takes a queen to raise a queen, Nini, and we all know you're a queen too.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she's done a great job, and we just love her so much. We're getting ready to celebrate later on today.
Yay!
Where be at? Good thing I'm on vacation.
I was like, listen, if Throwdown is involved, you might not remember.
If y'all don't see her tomorrow, she's probably passed out somewhere.
I will be.
Well, I know. Well, we love you, Nini, and we're so happy you're part of the Boss Up Houston family as well. And so we appreciate you calling in today.
I love you, sweetheart.
Of course.
Giving Mama some love.
Okay, love you too.
All right, girl. Thank you. Okay, now back to our compliments of Diana, because you know it takes a while to get it all out, but I was just saying that you being on your self-love journey. The thing is, guys, I want to tell you guys about that. I didn't start mine probably until 5 years ago. I mean, you know, and you don't even realize the toxic things you are or allow or attract. And you don't even realize it's so much harder to say, I allowed that. I attracted that.
Right.
And so I want to publicly commend you on everything that you're doing, because you, like myself and Kadori and all of us that are working on ourselves, and it can be the guys too, is we are trying to stand in the gap and say, okay, that's what happened in my family before me, but I'm the chosen one to stand in the gap and stop it so it don't go after me.
There you go.
And so I commend you for it's hard. I was talking to my kids about this last night. It is hard, and they won't understand what we're saying until they're older.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But when they're older, they're going to see just how we stood in the gap and we went through the pain so that we didn't pass it down. So kudos on everything you're doing, just in general, but especially as a mom. Because I think, if my friends and my kids and our friends, and they're in their 20s. When I was in my 20s, I hated my parents. So I feel, oh, girl, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But that's okay. But that's part of my self-love journey. Because they don't know what they didn't know either.
Right.
And you forgive and you understand that part. But I told my kids the other day, if I leave this world right now and all I did was establish this where we're at peace and we love each other in our 20s, I don't need to do nothing else in this world.
Right.
Because I stopped it in my family. What about you, Ryan? What do you think about awesome Diana?
Well, about awesome Diana, first of all, this is my first time meeting her face to face. Okay. But when it comes to the social media and when it comes from what she dropped from her tree, okay, which is Nene.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, it's nothing but love, respect.
Thank
okay, and even being able to sit right next to her right here, right now, by knowing that she's a Scorpio too. It's like, man, I know. Well, just by meeting and greeting.
And what caller is
Another
that?
caller.
We're gonna pretend like she don't know.
You already.
Welcome to the Amber Neal Show. Who do we have on the line? Hello.
Matchmaker hotline. Anybody?
A 1-2.
I answered it right.
Yeah, you
it's on
answered
there.
it.
It's on the green.
Hello. Caller, are you there?
Well,
Okay.
I guess that call just.
Matchmaker hotline. Who do we have on the phone?
Hey, Amber, it's Jamie Wright.
Oh, Jamie! One of my favorite people.
Oh, my heart.
Girl, you got 5 minutes. What you got to say to Miss Diana?
Do you want to go first? You go first, Jamie. Make it first. Go ahead. Miss D, happy birthday. I've already sang to you this morning.
Yes, she did. Loud.
But happy Earth Day. It was an absolute honor to take the trips that we took this past couple of days. I pray and I hope that God continues to enlarge your territory. Thank you for showing me what it looks like to be a woman that's committed to her girls, classy, will hold, the people that she has around her, hold us accountable, but also hold it down for us. So happy birthday. Know that I love you. Know that I appreciate you. And yeah.
Thank you, love. I love you so much.
Oh, happy birthday. You already know this is big. I don't talk a lot like Jamie talk. Jamie can talk.
Yeah, Jamie can talk. That she can.
Well, at least you got one person to surprise you today. I didn't write everybody down.
I want to say happy birthday to you and ditto to everything that Jamie said, and thanks for being our protector.
Oh, thank you.
What that means.
I love y'all, and you know.
Aw.
And thank y'all for being my joy. They try to help me let my hair down because I'm a little stiff sometimes.
And before y'all hang up, I got a question for y'all. What happened in Vegas? Stays in Vegas? We want the dirt. Give us the dirt. What really happened in Vegas, huh?
Well, I gotta tell you a funny story. As soon as I got there, they fussed at me.
In Vegas.
What happened?
We buried it.
Oh, it's buried. Oh, they went out to the desert and they said, this stays right here.
Is that a treasure or a body?
You'll never know. You'll never know.
Or did you hide the body to get the treasure? Why y'all getting quiet now? Y'all can tell us what really happened. We ain't mad. Go ahead. What really happened?
We went to see. We took a helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon. That's what
That was
happened.
so beautiful. Oh, they laughing.
We sticking to it.
That's it. That part.
Maybe we'll get the dirt off air, guys.
Well, thank you, ladies, for calling in, and I just really enjoyed. Let me tell you something. These two are such jewels. Just to be able to spend this time with them in Vegas. I've never been there, and I'm a little stiff. I'm a protector, so I'm in protect mode in any environment where I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And they really just help me to relax and just enjoy life.
Yeah.
And they're just both of them are just I mean, really, truly, two of the most amazing women I ever met. And I was so honored to be there and enjoy that experience with them. And I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Girl, you took the right
And
one.
I
'cause
learned from them this weekend. They taught me some
Jamie
things.
don't mean a stranger. So.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Jamie. I was like, girl.
That's her. That's her.
You took the right one.
Yeah, she really. Me and B will be walking and we turn around. Where's Jamie? She down the street talking to somebody. I'm like, girl, I'm okay.
Don't start today. Don't you start, baby. We
She's so fun.
You're right. We buried it.
We buried it. It's done. That's it. That's all y'all get.
Yeah, that's it.
Happy birthday, Amber, DJ, Houston, Kadori. I just appreciate and adore you guys. When y'all reached out and organized this, I was like, man, your heart spaces. I'm so honored to be connected with y'all.
Oh, we
Yeah.
feel the same
We
way.
love you,
We love you,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yes.
Same
I
thing,
love you
Jamie.
guys too. I know we got to jump off.
Yes. Okay.
So,
All
love
right.
you guys.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in,
Thank
and
you.
thanks for
You're
calling in.
welcome.
Have a good day, guys.
Love y'all.
Love you guys. Bye. Okay. Bye.
She was like, I got to go. Sorry.
5 minutes up.
You know, I have a real bad habit, and I formed this in my 20s. You know how you pick up bad habits of people you're dating or friends you're around? Back then, remember what were those phones, the razors that were real slim, and you could just slam
yes.
them shut?
Yes.
So back then, I wouldn't even say bye. I would just be like,
Just
click.
hang up.
Yes.
They still be talking.
That's the thing I miss about flip phones. Is that you just go
Yes.
click,
Oh,
you know. 'Cause it was about the sound too, you know. It's that click, like you knew you just got hung up on.
You can be on purpose and petty at the same time.
Exactly.
Well, hopefully you had the settings for as soon as it closed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
They're still
you have the
listening.
settings
Right.
You hang it up and it's
Wow.
you can still hear.
You know they actually brought the razor back now,
No.
right? Yeah, and it's a flip
Really?
phone, but
I need it.
it's an all glass screen
Oh,
flip
wow.
phone. Like
All
it's,
glass.
Yeah.
Who invented the all glass phone?
Tell me about it. I was
Ever heard in my life.
I just cannot. My
It's-
iPhone's all glass and the back screen broke, so it's like the back half of it's missing a bunch of chunks out of it, but the front half is nice and cute, you know. So I'm just like, who makes the back of the phone out of glass? Makes no sense.
Oh, it
to
makes
me.
sense to their bottom line. Trust me. It makes
That
sense.
part.
Well, we have another caller calling in, but before we get there, we have a little card for you.
Oh,
so
thank
happy
you.
birthday!
Yes, happy birthday.
You can open it
Yeah.
whenever
Open
you
it
want
later.
to. You can
Okay,
open it later.
I'll
Yeah, it's
open
cool.
it later.
But what did y'all really do in Vegas?
You know, I hate to disappoint, but we really just saw the city. The highlight really was the Grand Canyon. Like, it was an emotional experience for me. Like, I
beautiful.
literally was in tears.
Yeah.
And to be in it and be in the midst of God's creation is something so incredible.
It is.
And to do it in a helicopter with two women that I adore with all my heart. I wish I could have took a tribe of us, you know, but we kind of planned it late and off the cuff.
Yeah.
But it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. And we walked the strip, met people. You know, I worked a lot before that trip, so I didn't have a ton of energy.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to keep up with them too. You know, it wasn't. We went out a little bit, but you know, I'm a little older, a little more mature, so I have to admit the club scene is kind of not my thing. But they really helped me let my hair down, and I had a good time with them. Jamie and B are hilarious.
Oh,
you know, and let me say this, and I
yes.
don't mind saying it publicly. I was jealous of them too. Like, I brought them two together, and I'm like, hold up. Hello? I'm over here. Because them two together are absolutely hilarious. So it was so fun just watching them.
I think sometimes it is good to go stand in nature, go stand by the ocean.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's just it keeps us grounded.
Yeah, the
It
miracles.
does.
Because
of
sometimes
wonders.
I've been going through experiences where I've been losing my center.
Yeah.
And because you're in the busyness of life, right? You're
Yes,
doing so much,
yes.
you're pouring out so much. And I lost my center. So for me being in there, and we weren't down in the canyon very long, but just that time just was a reminder of where I come from and whose I am.
That part.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to go back there to get
Sure
yourself
do.
back on the path that was chosen for you. And I never really got off path, but I think I got too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can only
Ooh,
really
that
do
part.
so many things.
Right.
You know,
One person, yes.
there's no such thing as multitasking.
Right.
You're doing one thing well, and everybody else is kind of sitting in the balance, right? All those other projects. So I'm just really trying to find my center and be kinder to Diana, because I haven't been
That
very
part.
kind to myself.
Ooh.
Because just like you pouring out to everybody else, but you beating the crap out of yourself.
Hello.
Yes.
So I'm going to be very intentional over this next year of my life of making sure I'm taking care of me.
I love that too. You know, and that's one thing. I think birthdays are that time, especially as we get older. You kind of look back and go,
You appreciate
okay,
it.
I've learned this, I've learned that. Those are all those milestones. What do you feel now that if you could go back and talk to your 17-year-old self?
Ooh, mercy.
What-
That'd be a
what-
novel, honey. Which
Girl.
one you want?
She's about to write a whole new play based on that.
I think it's the lesson that I'm teaching my daughters now, and that is really just to be present in your life. We do life. You know, we don't live it, we do it. And I want them to be present in every aspect. And I get irritated because the times have changed so much with the social media and the phones, and people are out together at events and all they're doing is taking selfies and pictures and on their cell phones, and they're not communicating, they're not engaging. So my thing is to my daughters, just be present with every moment that you have.
Amen.
Feel it, be there, you know, take in everything that's happening around you and immerse yourself into that moment, because it might be your last.
Ooh, that part.
It might be the last
That's
one you
true.
get.
Very
So
true.
be there. Yeah.
Are you guys, Ryan, do you kind of, you know, you're always teaching people to believe so they can achieve. How does that apply? Because so many times they say you get anxiety from worrying about the future or depression from looking at the past, but you're literally missing the moment right in front of you.
All right. Well, as Diana was saying, one thing that she was going to do is be kind, and I've been speaking on that.
Hold that thought.
Every
We'll
time I
come
say
back.
something, they want to jump in on
Finish.
Do we know somebody named Cam Hill? Welcome to the Matchmaker Hotline. Is it up? He hung up. Okay, fine, Cam.
I was like, gosh, he's like, he let it ring 3 times. I'm like, no.
You get nothing else.
But you know what? I love those phones.
Yeah.
I love the office phone, so you can still slam that one back down too. You know.
And she's done it. Let me tell you,
Oh, yeah.
like the first week we got it, she was like, I will not slam.
Welcome to the Matchmaker Hotline, aka Amber Neal Show. Is this Cam Hill?
Cam Hill.
Hey! Cam Hill. You know we got your theme
The
song,
number one,
Cam.
you got the number one theme song.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. No problem.
Thank you so much. I called in to say happy birthday to my friend, sister, executive producer, all of that. She has truly been a pivotal part of my show, as you know, Amber, and she's made it to what it is, and I appreciate her so much.
I love
Aw,
you, Cam.
that is so sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to have really. It's as they say. Some people would say there's no friends in the game, especially entertainment. I disagree. I think there are proven people. There's a lot of people that are not genuine people, but you don't really need all those people. You just
Right.
need your tribe.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it.
Try.
Yeah.
Your inner
That's it.
circle. Find people that celebrate you, that don't just tolerate you. What do you guys say?
I say this
Absolutely.
also. I always say go where you celebrate, not tolerate it.
Yeah.
And you recognize that more
That's
as you
it.
get older, especially coming through this pandemic. You know, everybody should be valuing life and those people who genuinely love and care about them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Cam, what is some wishes that you wish for Diana before we let you go?
Well, I hope in the coming forth, I mean, first of all, she's defying time because she said she's like 57. I can't believe that.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
She's turning back the times, but I wish for everything that she has, that she gets everything that she wants. As far as the world is concerned, everything that can be offered to her, because she's a beautiful spirit and she's one of those spirits that you just don't see often, right?
Amen.
She's one of those people that you just don't see every day. She gives everything, all of her life, she gives to people. I want her to give more to herself.
He gets on me.
I want her to self-help, self-do, and self-give.
Amen.
I love her so much as a friend, and I just thank her for everything she's done. And myself and my new partner, LaShonda, love her so much, and we care about her.
Oh, that is so
Cam.
sweet.
Yes.
You know, Cam, I have watched you guys take your show, especially, and I know Diana has all of her own productions and her own things she does as well. But just especially in Houston, coming from a city where people don't look at Houston for entertainment, we are all. The thing that I love about all of us is we understand one thing is that we're trying to put Houston on the map to be taken seriously.
Yes.
It's no reason any of us should have to leave and go anywhere when we're the third largest city. And I just want to compliment both of you publicly at what a dynamic show you guys have created together. So y'all are an amazing team. So I would never let anything come between that because y'all are amazing.
Well,
together.
I want to thank Cam. He's been, Cam is so much more than just a friend. I mean, he literally is my brother. I mean, he is a bulldog when it comes to if he feels someone's trying to, hurt me or harm me in any way. He's very protective. And he's not only loves me, but he loves my family.
Yes.
And they love Uncle Cam. Like my grandchildren. My grandson asked me where Uncle Cam? I said, Uncle Cam busy. And I'm so happy for him because when I tell you, I can't personally think of anyone more deserving to find true love. That brings joy and peace, and he's just been in his little zen space, and I'm just so tickled because they're a perfect couple together. So Cam, I just want you to know I'm so happy the universe has responded to the desires of your heart because I can't think of anybody that deserves more love than you.
Thank you so much. And then Amber and Kadori and DJ and everybody, thank you guys for everything you all have done.
Yes.
Amber, I've been knowing her a long time, way before way in radio, and she helped me so much. And you don't find that too much, that people will help you.
Yes.
Love her so much. Thank you, Amber, for coming to Houston.
Oh, thank you guys. I love you guys.
You don't know that part, that you left and you came back to try to put Houston on the map, and you've done that very much so. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, look, I believe the thing I only surround myself with, and you guys too, is abundance mentality people. There's enough for everybody.
There really
Your
is.
gift is not my gift, and vice versa. And our message, because our testimony was from the test we went through.
Yeah.
And Cam, I'm still going to try to get y'all to be a power couple. I know you told me no, but
Look, I'm like, how you not going to, okay.
I told Diana, I said, you think Cam would be a power couple? She's like, yes.
I said, yes. I said, call him now.
She's like, call him now. I was like, okay.
I appreciate that. We are power couple, but she said, let's go slow.
We're trying to already get y'all down the aisle and get y'all in the public.
I can see that
We're already
coming.
doing it. But Cam,
I appreciate that.
I am personally very happy for you too, because if
Me too,
anybody
Cam.
deserves it,
Yes.
you do.
He does.
Truly.
Such a sweetheart.
Dynamic
Congratulations,
soul.
Cam.
And
Yes.
thank you for bringing Black
Thank you so much.
excellence
A lot of
to
people
Tech
don't know
Houston.
my story, but I know you two do.
Yes.
You deserve it,
appreciate it.
and
Thank you so much.
you're a prime example of what you give is what you get.
That
you
part.
know?
That's
That's
it.
it.
Thanks for calling in,
Thank you,
Cam.
Cam.
Thank you, Cam.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Love you.
Bye bye. Okay, Ryan, back to you. What were you saying before the break? We were talking about. I don't even know what we were talking about
We
now.
got some more
But
phone calls coming in. Hold on.
No, we're done.
Gonna take a pause.
we're done. What time? We gotta actually
No,
take a
but-
break. Actually, let's take a quick break. Pause that thought one more time. We do have to take one commercial break in the show. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna finish talking to Diana, our very special birthday girl today, and we're also gonna talk about 5 things to consider before you give somebody that second chance. We'll be right back.
Events and Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social, in person, try new things, and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach. We release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your copy today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you today.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, welcome to the Amber Neal Show. It's a birthday party.
What?
Hey,
And I would say like what 50 Cent says in the club, but we ain't going to no club today. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Diana
my song,
said,
though.
Look, she's like, it's your birthday.
Go Diana. Did y'all hear the remake that Beyonce did to that one back in the day? Y'all remember that one?
Well, of course.
Oh, I love that one. That
I'm
was my
like-
jam. I was like, yeah, girl, get it.
It's Beyonce. We're from Houston. Like, generally speaking, we know everything she does.
All right, guys, welcome back in my co-host, Kadori, DJ Houston, and Ryan Yarbrough.
There you go. Here I am. Yes.
Now, we had great people call in. Thank you guys for calling into the show to wish Diana happy birthday. Ryan, before the break, we were talking about how Diana was saying she wants to treat herself a little kinder and what she's learned having, you know, as we get older. What have we learned? What would we teach our younger self? And for her, it's to be kinder to herself. What were you saying, Ryan?
Absolutely. And I was touching on top of that because this past week, I've been speaking about that and putting that out in the air because one thing that I learned from my athletic experience over to my parenting experience and just life period is that you are your own worst enemy.
Ooh.
Okay, and I've learned that from physical to any type of abuse that has been bestowed upon me or that has happened to me is that I was the one that brought it on myself. Okay, and also versus taking time and not rushing, and like you were talking about previously about the anxiety part, being anxious, that you have to realize that things are going to come to you when they're supposed to come to you. Okay, you can't beat yourself up on the inside because this didn't happen, because somebody else thinks it's supposed to happen, or because some type of other entity or society or whatever the case may be. You're on your own time frame and on your own timeline, and once you realize that, you'll be okay, because once again, can't nobody beat you up more than you can beat yourself up.
Ooh. And that's one of the biggest red flags, I say, when you're trying to be friends with somebody, work with them, or date them, is if you find out they're not self-aware, run.
Yeah.
Everybody, they're always the victim. Everything
Yes,
is always somebody
yes.
else's fault. Everybody did something to them, but they're not self-aware enough to know that you're the problem.
You know what? Maybe we should put that on that. Since that meme trend going around right now with red flags, you know,
Yeah.
they do this, they're red flag.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna put that as a meme later, and you know, red flag the crap out of it
It's
because that's a
true.
huge red flag.
It's so
you know?
true. It's true. I had a recent experience with some people that were near my family, and what I got out of it was that once you start to elevate and love yourself and value yourself, and you don't tolerate a lot of stuff, then people start attacking you. They start wanting to come and throw insults and stuff, and you're not even talking to these people, dealing with them, but they come up with all these things because now you value yourself. Now you can't run over me with the car and back over me and run over me because I done already put the brakes up. You can't even get it out of park. So they don't like that. People don't like that.
Girl, we
at
miss
all.
you on the show.
Right? It's been a hot
You don't know what
minute.
she's. I think I know what I'm gonna say. She is.
I was sitting here like, wait, did she just say back over me and go again? And like, okay, left turn.
You know that's what they
You
do.
put the nails up.
That's
you
what
put
they
the
do.
nails up. Snakes
Yeah.
and try if
You
you
put
want
the
to.
nails, they can't do it. Now they mad. They
Yeah.
big mad because you don't tolerate that anymore. You'll find that everybody that's going on the self-love journey, as soon as they start to kind of disconnect from these people and no longer let them abuse you, because it's a form of abuse.
Yes.
They're abusing your kindness or whatever the case may be, your time. Now they're mad, and now that's when they start the attacks.
Amen. And you know, it's funny because that goes right into our topic today. You know, one of the most hurtful things I know that I personally have been on is really knowing when to give people a chance or when to walk away. You always you don't want to leave too soon. It could be a friendship, it could be work, it could be romantic, right?
Right.
But the thing is, you know, I think everybody deserves a second chance for the most part, right? As long as it wasn't malicious. But I think sometimes misunderstandings, especially the way we text, the way we communicate that way, it can cause a lot of misunderstandings. So let's jump into our topic real quick and talk about 5 things to consider before giving someone a second chance.
Well, before we jump right into that,
Yes.
because it is a special show for
Yes.
you know Diana's birthday.
Yes.
For everybody that's watching us live today, because we did a little special show today.
Yes.
Go live on Facebook. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're catching us on our later platforms, you know, y'all guys make sure to call into the Matchmaker Hotline, 866-479-8752, if you want to wish Diana a happy birthday.
Yes.
Or, as everybody else is doing on our Facebook right now at Boss Up Houston, they are wishing Diana a happy birthday. So, Diana, we got Candace Joseph. She says happy birthday.
Thank you.
We got Trisha Kyle from Taking Off the Limits. She says happy birthday. So once again, if y'all want to be on air, call in Matchmaker Hotline 866-479-8752.
Yes.
Now we can go ahead and move on to 5 things to consider before
All
giving
right,
somebody a
guys.
second chance.
All right, guys, let's jump right in. So we're going to go through these pretty quickly. We've got about 15 minutes left in the show. Not even, probably like 7 minutes left in the show. All right, guys, let's just jump through them real quick. Number 1 is 5 things to consider before you give someone a second chance. Number 1 is, have they accepted responsibility for their actions?
That's a big one right there.
You know, because a narcissist or a master manipulator will come in and tell you it's your fault that they abused you, or it's your fault that they did this, and if you wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have done that.
Right.
But they don't own their part in it. What do you guys say real quick?
So true. That's
Absolutely.
a red flag.
Right.
That's a red flag.
I completely
Thumbs
agree.
up,
You
red
and your
flag.
thumbs up.
And my thing is it's
We're gonna
not
do this
just have they accepted the responsibility. It's how did they accept the responsibility? Like,
Come
did they
on.
just say I'm sorry?
Right.
Because just saying I'm sorry is not
It's not
accepting
accepting
responsibility.
responsibility.
That's just letting you hear what you want to hear.
That's like, once again, that's just like as a teacher and as a coach and as a mentor. Okay, you're saying you're sorry, but why are you sorry? Or
Exactly.
you say you understand how to run this route, or you say you understand how to handle this business, but in order for you to really understand it, you need to be teaching me or letting me know how you understand it versus
Right.
saying I'm sorry. Anybody could say they're sorry, but why?
That's right.
Why are you sorry?
What about you,
That's
Diana?
right.
I say measurable outcomes.
Yes.
You say it, I want to see it.
Amen.
Yes,
Because
yes.
it's really I'm about the verb.
Yeah.
I need the action.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not enough to say you're sorry, but your actions will tell me. You won't even have to tell me you're sorry if your actions align with
That's
that.
Right.
Being
That's it.
sorry.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Which actually that kind of really blends into the second one because the second one says, have you communicated your expectations about what you've expected to be different? You know, so you're telling them like, hey, you did this wrong and I don't like it. So you're not just telling them, you're not just I'm mad, and they're saying I'm sorry over it. You're saying
Right.
this is what you did exactly. This is how you fix it, or this is what you don't do again.
Yeah, because a lot of times we think people are just supposed to have a crystal ball and just
Yes,
know what they did wrong. Sometimes the thing is, sometimes they could be self-aware all day, but sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
It depends on how you were raised. It depends on what normal is to you. You grew up in
Right.
a toxic environment. That's normal. What do you mean we don't fight in this marriage?
Right.
I love to
Right.
fight. What do you mean? That's how I know you love me. I mean, but that's the craziness. What do you guys say about that? Do y'all, how do you add to that on communicating your expectations?
You do have to communicate. Communication is number one in any relationship, and when you don't communicate stuff you can't get upset about if you don't feel happy about outcomes. Yeah.
What'd you say, Ryan? What's the next one?
The next one, moving right along, is how much time will you give them to see that change? So,
Oh.
yeah. And when it comes to that, I mean, it really depends on the situation. Once
Right.
again, we can't give you a straight ABC answer,
Right.
1, 2, 3 answer. But depending on the situation, so I'm not going to get into any examples right now. But usually, you don't know. It won't be a day. It won't be a week. It may be a day. It may be a week. You never know. You'll feel it. Put it that particular way. Just like your inner being has your answers. If you're listening, you'll also have the feeling too. Okay, when you're over something or when you let something blow by.
You know, Diana, I live by 2 rules. People do what they want to do, and people do what you let them.
that
So,
part.
how much time do you give somebody for that second chance?
I think this is a progression. I think it's about meeting not only them where they're at, but meeting yourself where you're at. And for each person, they have their own parameters in which they will accept and what they won't accept. And for what may work for me, may not work for the next person.
Yeah.
The first time I found out there was infidelity in my marriage, I divorced. Some people have gotten 6, 7, 8 times. Some people don't leave.
Right.
I don't judge them
Right.
because that's their path. But for me, you have to stay within your lane and do what feels right for your heart and serve your own. Serve yourself well.
Amen.
But I think it's a progression. I think it's not what you do today and next week, but what you continue to do after that.
But Dory, what's the next one?
The next one is, can you see through actions they have changed?
Yeah, we're talking
Yes,
about
you can see through the actions. In fact, that's what you should be looking at, actions, because words, people can lie, they can say anything they want to say, but if the actions don't line up with the words, it's a no.
that. You know, because I knew I'll give you an example. There was a guy that, I do date coaching a lot, and there was a guy who was in love with this girl, but then he actually met somebody else that he started kind of catching feelings for, and he wanted the girl that he was with to be patient with him while he worked through his feelings with this other person. Now, the number one thing you should be in a relationship is honesty. So how would you guys handle a situation like that, where he's like, I'm being honest with you that there might be somebody else I have feelings for, but I'm in love with you too. I mean, that's one of those crazy things. Like, you can't expect them to just give that up overnight, because they got to see how they feel. So this gets complicated, guys. I'm just bringing this up as an example to show you that it might not be a day, like Ryan said. It might be a year. And are you willing to give it a year to let people work through their emotions if they're honest with you? Because the flip side of that is he could be deceptive and be creeping on the backside and hold no girl in position in case. I give more respect for him that he's honest about his feelings. What do you guys say?
I agree with the honesty part, because it's on the flip side too, because we're talking about a man telling a woman that. Women have told men that as well. And with me, as long as you upfront and direct, I have to handle it.
Right.
Put it that particular way. I have to handle it either way it goes. But do I have to deal with it is the question.
Exactly.
That part.
But I appreciate you being upfront with me, because guess what? I just may agree, or I just may deal with it.
Because I'm like Diana in the sense that we don't have tomorrow guaranteed. And if I'm living in the present, I just think I think if you entertain things that you know are not true to yourself, that's when you get depressed. That's when you start feeling yucky inside, because there's resistance. It's not what you really want.
Right.
So I think for me, if it's something that you can work with, cool. If it's not cool. But for me, it's be true to yourself.
Yes, it.
So I don't know that it's a time frame that people are going to change as much as what feels good. Like Diana said, what is your truth? What feels good to you or resonates with your soul? And then what's the last one is it's easy to remember the good times. So, sometimes them good times, you hear the song remembers when, the holiday season comes around and we get real stupid.
Get nostalgic.
Oh, you get all, and then, somebody will say, oh, and then somebody will just didn't even know y'all broke up or something. And like, oh, where's your partner? And you're like, hey, and it just kind of, those triggers come back. But how, it's so funny because when you're breaking up, it's like, I hate you. But then you give it some time and it's like, oh, well, they weren't that bad. Oh, well, and you actually get to come out and date and experience the options aren't that great out here. So you're like, well, I didn't like, but here's the thing, guys, if you get 80% of what you want in a partner, you're winning. Because you can trade that one thing and go get another thing and it's a completely different set of problems. So but just be careful. It's easy to let those good times and those good memories creep in, but are you really ready to experience your past if they show they haven't changed? Because I know for me in one of my relationships, the problems that he had with addiction, I was just not willing to put myself through that. I'm not. I experienced that. I tried for 3 years to save him. Then I finally realized I can't save him. He has to save himself. But love will make you stupid. And it'll make you try to, when do I leave? When do I go? Especially with something like addiction, because you don't really blame them. It's not something that they're, but at the end of the day, it is 100% your responsibility to get your life together. So what do you guys do? Are you really ready to re-experience? I don't want to live like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put myself through that. And yes, that's great. People do get clean and people do heal themselves. But if you've ever dealt with the addict lifestyle, most of the time they don't.
Right. And even if the addiction itself is gone, it's still the habits that they have.
Yes.
That stick around. Like besides the addiction itself, there's so many bad habits that come with the addictions that, even if you beat the addiction, you don't beat those habits. So, like for an example, not knocking on nobody, but if you deal with somebody who's overcome addiction, they usually have to go to a meeting at least once a week, twice a week, sometimes, and so that's part of it's things like that people aren't willing to just deal with.
And you can't drink around them, even if you're just a social drinker. You would literally have to be willing to alternate your whole lifestyle as well.
Right.
And it's hard. I'd never dealt with that before, and it was definitely an eye-opener. And I'm grateful for the experience to really understand people in general better, because I think it's easy if you don't have addiction to sit there and go, I would never do that. Look at you. Da, da, da. But it's not even that place. We got to get to a place of non-judgmental, and we can love people. But you got to understand, you cannot love people into wholeness. Period.
That's right.
Point blank.
That's it.
They have to love themselves. And shout out to all the people that are clean and living their best life. One of my family members has been 7 years sober and just became a therapist.
Wonderful.
It can happen. I'm just
really
saying,
can.
do you want to re-experience that if they fall off again?
Yeah.
It could be, and that's just my example. That was my truth. That was what caused my breakup to end. You know what I mean? So I'm very transparent with that, because I just hate when people have a fake book life and everything is so perfect, and we're not willing, because you're only sick as your secrets. We got to talk about the things that make us feel shameful. Any last tips or ideas or topics or comments on anything we talked about today before we get into our afterthoughts?
The only thing I really want to say is happy birthday!
Let's sing happy birthday to her. You ready?
Wait, are we going to sing the regular version, or are we singing the Stevie Wonder version?
Girl, I can't sing that good, okay? Y'all get vanilla. Okay. Yeah, I can't sing that good.
Okay, well then you lead us, Amber.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diana. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Yeah.
Yes, well, we salute you, cool queen. We see
Thank
you. And
you.
keep shining and keep letting your light shine bright and be an
Thank
example
you.
to all those that
Yes.
understand you can do anything you set your mind to. It is never too late to start. And always believe in yourself, because you get your blessings from above and not any person on this
That
planet.
part.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we
Amen.
got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got our afterthoughts. We'll be right back
Yes.
after this.
All right.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach, we release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your copy today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you today.
Topic that we went over on 5 things that you can consider about before giving somebody a second chance, okay? One of the things that I wanted to touch on was the communication part, because if you're not communicating with yourself or with the other person that you're supposed to be giving a second chance to, how would they know what they need to change, okay? We continue to go on without communicating with one another, and that's one of the main bases of any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a business relationship, or whatever type of relationship it may be, son, child, daughter, parent, whatever. But you have to be able to communicate your thoughts and your feelings in order for somebody to be able to know what they did wrong in order for you to help them change or help yourself change. So once again, peace out, and always remember to believe so you can achieve.
Hi, I'm Kadori, and we had so much fun on the show today talking about 5 things to consider before giving someone a second chance. One of my favorite was, can you see through the actions that they have changed? And personally, I say yes. because anyone can say anything, but if their actions don't line up with the words, that means that they haven't changed. So, in any relationship that you have, whether it's a relationship with a parent or a child or a coworker or just someone that you know, a long-term friend, you have to make them accountable and you have to be accountable. And how do you hold people accountable is through their actions and through your actions. So I think that when you say, can you look at the actions? Yes, you have to look at the actions and be true to yourself. And that's how you can tell if they've changed.
Hello, it's Diana Patterson, and I just wanted to give some final thoughts on our today's subject matter: 5 things to consider before giving someone a second chance. And for me, I think it's really about loving that person past their pain, first of all, loving yourself more, but finally, sometimes the dynamic of the relationship has to change. Maybe not permanently, but maybe for a moment. So maybe you need to change the trajectory of what you're doing in the relationship at that time so you can become supportive in a different way. And then you can find your path back to one another if that's what indeed your destiny is. But if it's not, you can go your separate ways and still support that person. I think a lot of times what we do in relationships is if something happens, we feel like we have to sever all ties and find a way to meet in the middle and still maintain that friendship, which was hopefully the foundation. And for me, that's really something to consider. So give them a second chance, but it may not be in the romantic way that it was the first time.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy DJ Houston. Thank y'all so much for watching that very special live show we did today for Diana Patterson's birthday. What? Hey! And my bad. I didn't even realize today was the 25th. Look at me. I'm so far behind. I was sitting here thinking it's still Libra season. I'm a little sad to see it go. But today on today's show, we were talking about, 5 things you should consider before giving somebody a second chance. And I'm going to honestly say, what I want to tell you when it comes to forgiving people and giving them those second chances, watch their actions more than you listen to their words. Words mean absolutely nothing when it comes to forgiving somebody because they can tell you exactly what you want to hear, but do exactly what you don't want them to do. So make sure you're minding the actions, not the words. And make sure y'all guys catch us on our new syndicated show over at A Star Network, 7 p.m. on Mondays, and our new time slot right here on Boss Up Houston Network at 9 p.m. And I will see y'all here for the next show.
Happy birthday, Diana Patterson. Thank you for coming on this show today. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Much love, Queen. We salute you. We are so proud that you decided to spend your birthday with us today. Okay, guys, so we talked about 5 things to consider before you give somebody a second chance. Listen, guys, people do what they want to do and people do what you let them. But here's one thing you got to understand is people are going to let you down. People are going to hurt you. People are going to make mistakes. People don't know what they don't know. And the thing about it is, that's why it's important to sit there and talk to them about how they grew up, what they witnessed, what they saw was normal, because it may just be a simple thing of what normal is to them. When you grow up in a family where nobody ever was loyal, everybody had side pieces, everybody had side families, everybody was abused, that is normal. So we all love differently. And as we always say on the show, people are, to me, are in one of 2 categories, so that I personally could stop taking things personally, is that people are healed or they're unhealed. Simple. And sometimes we're in the middle. We are on our way to being healed, but trust and believe. once you're healed, you'll never hurt anyone again. And once you can tell by the words that people say where they at or where they're at on their self-love journey. They're not going to use the word like everybody else is at fault. I'm a victim. I'm blaming everybody. I'm not self-aware enough to know it was me. They're going to say, I was toxic. I was broken. I made mistakes. I learned from those things. And the thing is, you're only as sick as your secrets. Be where you're celebrated, not tolerated. But more than anything, make sure that the people that you surround yourself with want to see you at the top, because you're over here trying to take people to the top with you and they don't even want you there. So make sure that the people you surround yourself are not the people you're giving multiple chances to, and live by those two rules. And I promise you, people do what they want to do and people do what you let them. And if you actually live by that, I promise you it will weed out a lot of the nonsense in your life. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We hope you enjoyed the show. For more information, y'all go to amberneal.com. Shout out to our friends at eventsandadventures.com. Tell them we sent you. Get 6 months free. Boss Up 6 months free, guys. 18-month membership for the price of 12. It's really great. Eventsandadventures.com. Hashtag Boss Up 6 months free. Tell them that you saw us on the Amber Neal Show or the Boss Up Houston Network, and they got the hookup for you. Also, thanks to our friends at Maridate.com for sponsoring the show as well. Maridate is Houston's first private social club just for couples. For more information about that, go to Maridate.com. And if you want any more information about anything we're working on here at Amber Neal Productions and Boss Up, go to amberneal.com. We'll see you next time.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only gentleman? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of Maridate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker.